So, man, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Hot Reach TV family. It is I am OE5713. We're back with another episode, guys. Now, today's episode, man, is a little disappointing, bros. But anyway, if y'all been following this channel for a while, you know, throughout all my channels, man, y'all know I've been exposing this Epstein case, man. This Epstein case, and there's been a whole bunch of twists and turns, man. I'm talking about murders, cover-ups. You know, it comes down, even down to the maids and the people that took care of Epstein that were whacked and murdered. I mean, if y'all go back, I mean, I'll give you like a whole recap at the end of the video of all the shit that has been going down, which is insane. A lot of insane shit has happened, but, you know, and I've been keeping up with the case as much as I can and whatever they try to, you know, put in the public. But it seems now that this whole Ghislaine Maxwell Epstein case is now being declared as a private criminal case. All right, with this, it only means that they're only protecting these pedos out here, man. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Now, one or two things happen here. Either the judge got bought out, all right, because we all know what happened to that judge that was supposed to investigate Epstein's banking records, right? What's her name? Esther Salas, I believe. Esther. A FedEx driver went to her house, a hitman, and tried to whack her, but you know, her son ended up dying. And then what do you know, the supposedly delivery driver committed suicide before they could get any details or any further investigation or why he did it. I mean, just little things like that. So I believe that this judge was probably bought out or probably threatened or something happened. I mean, that's one scenario. The other scenario is that the details and the incriminating facts of this disgusting case goes so heinous. You know, I'm talking about fragile drift heinous. And it involves so much people in power, and there's a lot of people that have been called out, like Bill Clinton and Prince Andrew, and amongst other celebrities. Maybe it just brings too much information, and they decided that it was so immoral, I guess, or they call it impure, to share this heinous acts to the public. Trust me, they're gonna keep that under wraps. He's sacrificing kids. And it's just disgusting. But no more public information will be allowed, and it's gonna be like a private criminal case, which is, they're only protecting these pedos, man, basically. All right, I don't know if y'all could read it, but I'll read it for you. Judge rules to shield sensational and impure details of the Ghislaine Maxwell case from public. Which the Ghislaine Maxwell case is really the Jeffrey Epstein case. They just try to deflect because Epstein was involved with a bunch of powerful people, but they like to use the Ghislaine Maxwell case, which is actually the Jeffrey Epstein case as well, more than hers. But a federal judge ruled to keep secret certain details of Ghislaine Maxwell's case deemed to be sensational and impure for the public eye. They probably can't handle it. So supposedly it's too sensational and impure that it's gonna burst a lot of people's bubble, and it's gonna be too shocking and damning. Rather, the amount of evil is unprehendable. That's what I'm getting from this. All right, too sensational and pure for the public eye after she was jailed for a conspiracy to sexually abuse young girls alongside of pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. So let's read it. What else? U.S. District Court Judge Allison Nathan, I'm going to research her in a later video. Allison Nathan issued the ruling and concurred with Maxwell's earlier request to keep the transcripts under lock. Of course, this Judge Allison Nathan actually took Maxwell's request, her wishes, to keep it under lock. Which is basically just protect the pedos once again. All right, let's see what else, man. The interest in protecting the safety and privacy of those individuals outweigh the presumption of access that attaches to those documents the judge wrote to the matter. So those individuals that are third-party people like Bill Clinton and Prince Andrew. Prosecutors at the time had also requested certain redactions to protect the integrity of the case. What? The integrity of the case, all right? I mean, this is another article right here. Is Ghislaine Maxwell getting a private criminal trial now? Catch the latest. Of course, she's getting a private criminal trial now. So yeah, guys, so apparently this is what's happening now, right? No more new details on the Ghislaine Maxwell case. Apparently it's too evil, I guess. I mean, you know how many people they're trying to protect because of this? This ties to royalty, presidents of the United States. This case ties to world leaders around the world and the disgusting rituals that they've been doing. It was just about to get exposed, but now, you know, Biden got in office and the cover-up continues, guys. The cover-up continues. But recap of the whole situation. Let me give you a recap of the whole of the whole Epstein case, guys. Listen, how twisted up it is. Jeffrey Epstein got caught up a while back. He was charged with having sex with underage minors. All right, he was convicted. That's before he died. During being convicted, Prince Andrew still went to his house, and and he spent 4 nights, and supposedly they did some disgusting things there.
Elizabeth's son, who is 8th in line to the throne, was specifically asked about his 2010 visit to Epstein's Manhattan mansion after the financier pleaded guilty to soliciting minors for prostitution.
Now, I went there with the sole purpose of saying to him that because he had been convicted, it was inappropriate for us to be seen together.
Despite ending their friendship, Prince Andrew admitted he stayed with Epstein for 4 days.
You were staying at the house of a convicted sex offender.
It was a convenient place to stay.
But at the end, Jeffrey Epstein got caught up again, and he got arrested. Supposedly he was murdered, or maybe he got freed. I don't know. He faked his death, probably. Yeah, so Jeffrey Epstein's Filipino maid and butler were murdered in a weird freak accident, supposedly. And, it just continues, all right? After Jeffrey Epstein passed away, the judge, Esther Salas, she was supposed to be investigating his banking records to see, because it's a money trail. Follow the money. You follow the perpetrators, man. And see what he was really doing and how he was really laundering his money. I mean, she ended up being silenced because a hitman went to her house and killed her son and injured her husband.
Twist in the attack on a federal judge's family that left her son dead and her husband injured. The FBI has identified the suspect as a prominent Manhattan attorney who they say dressed up as a FedEx delivery man and then later took his own life. Stephanie Ramos has the latest.
This morning, disturbing new details about the suspect behind that grisly attack on a New Jersey federal judge's family. Authorities now identifying attorney Roy Denhollander as the man accused of dressing up like a FedEx driver, ringing the doorbell of Judge Esther Salas' home, then opening fire, killing her 20-year-old son, Daniel, and seriously injuring her husband, Mark.
Be advised, you have 2 victims.
After an urgent manhunt, Denhollander found dead in a car from a self-inflicted gunshot wound about 100 miles north of the crime scene. Sources say a FedEx package was found in the car with him, addressed to Judge Salas.
And I don't know if that was just another sacrifice with her. I don't know what was going on. But after that, there was no investigation of. At this point, there's still no investigation on the banking records of Jeffrey Epstein. That was just thrown out the window. Forget about it. All right, Ghislaine Maxwell finally gets arrested. For the longest while, she denies that she has a husband, another husband. But after months and months and months of being arrested, or even over a year of being arrested, she finally admitted that she had a husband. All right, and her husband was trying to bail her out of jail with over $30 million. He like nothing. He put down $34 million to try to get her out of jail. The judge still refused. This was before Joe Biden. But then I did a little bit of investigation, and I come to find out that the husband is a CEO that tracks all the data of all the shipping containers throughout the world. And it gets even weirder. Now, why would she, for the longest time since she was arrested, they wouldn't put out who her husband, Scott Borgerson, was? Well, her husband, her CEO tech husband, Scott Bergerson, oh, what a coincidence. He stepped down from being CEO from this company. His company that he made is called Cargo Metrics. Cargo Metrics, guys. Now, this is where the messed up shit comes in. Now, y'all wondering how they trafficked a bunch of little kids and how they got away with it for this long also? Well, this guy has a lot to do with it also. I mean, let's look up Cargo Metrics, guys. Cargo Metrics. What is Cargo Metrics, guys? Here's a kind of a brief introduction, kind of, I don't know, because it's basically Cargo Metric crack is data, is shipping data that has to do with all the shipping docks and cargo containers. Let's see right here. This is what he does, bro. He's in charge of all the data for all the shipping containers that are distributed around the world. And guess who's in those shipping containers? Kids, guys. Kids. Tell me this shit's not fishy, man. She's just arrested for child trafficking, and now her husband is the CEO, owner, that is responsible for all the data of all the shipping containers and cargo containers that are shipped throughout the whole world globally, lost at sea. I mean, they could lose containers. They could manipulate the data of what's inside the containers. There's so much manipulation they could do with this that is just ridiculous. This is just insane. And this is just real interesting because, you know, Ghislaine Maxwell also owns submarines. So they could, you know, whatever they're shipping, he could manipulate the data. Ghislaine Maxwell could go in her little submarine because, of course, she has a submarine license. And they could intercept somewhere in the Pacific or wherever. And then she could just take the merchandise back to the island. I mean, if you point the dots, everything's out there, bro. It's ridiculous how everything is out there and people are still blind to see. Now that everything is coming out and everything's just getting down to the wire, now it's too impure and so sensitive. The topics are so disgusting that they cannot put this in the public because people cannot comprehend the type of evil that these people actually are. So they're trying to protect the public or protect these pedos into you know, to just basically have a private criminal trial and try to brush all this shit under the rug because of all the powerful people, not even power, I'm just talking about all the people in power that are involved in this, including Hollywood, including, you know, the royal family, including most of the world leaders, bro. It goes out to the Rockefellers. They do not want to expose their disgusting ring of juicy chrome and child trafficking, and they'll do whatever it takes to protect their rituals. And they took it so far that even the big tech companies shutting everybody down that speaks up about it. Is just disgusting. I mean, what else could I say, guys? I mean, we're gonna see if anything else comes up. This is probably the only topic that I'm gonna talk about today, guys. This is it. I just want to inform you all what's really going on here with the whole Ghislaine Maxwell situation and Epstein situation. Apparently now it's too disturbing for the public, and the real gritty details are coming down. Oh, might I remind you guys, this is the same thing that happened when they found those disgusting videos with John Podesta and Hillary Clinton with the Fragile drip, bro. All the officers of the NYPD that seen this video of the heinous crimes and disgusting crimes that they were doing, they wound up committing suicide. You know, very convenient, huh? All right, because the media doesn't want to put out the real truth. Because it might hurt people's feelings, it might hurt your bubble, and it might wake people up. And that's exactly what they don't want. They don't want people to wake up with the BS that is actually happening, or is happening. But of course, it's just another cover-up, guys. But anyway, leave your comments down below. Let me know what y'all think of everything that I talked about. You think I'm tripping? Comment down below. But anyway, this is Emily for the 713. I'm going to see y'all in the next episode. Bam.